the overview of this project. There was 200 grade 10 students. We had 4 days, Tuesday to Friday. The 200 students were broken up into 7 communities or comms. 6 of the comms chose to write a song.
Don't stop believing, don't stop dreaming now. There we go. Don't stop believing, don't stop dreaming now.
One of the comms chose to do slam poetry.
They want us to be like the girls in the movies because they're skinny, tall, and blonde. And because I'm not like the girls in the movies, I'm nothing but wrong.
We just pray for it to stop. Being in that position makes an atheist pray for Jesus. I asked myself the entire time, why are they doing this? I said no, I said no, I said no!
So I was given 1 3-hour session with each one of these comms. In that time, that was where we had to do everything. Brainstorm, write the lyrics and the music, rehearse and work up an entire song together. And then in the afternoon on Friday, every comm gets up and performs and shares their song, or the slam poets get up and perform. That's the overview of the project.
Don't let the haters drag you down. They don't care if they break your crown. Don't stop believing, don't stop dreaming now. Don't stop believing, don't stop dreaming now.
The focus really in this process is to explore our creative capital as individuals. And by that I mean the talents and gifts and abilities. And
it helped with the process a lot, and it motivated me a lot. I went home and I was going through my book to try and pull out lyrics to put in my own music.
Yeah.
And definitely sitting down with you after and working through with my social studies song, that helped a lot as well.
To bring all of that together, you also need to create a safe place, a creative culture that facilitates risk-taking, that makes it a safe place to share your ideas. That process is a challenge, and that's a skill that everybody's gonna need for their entire life. You said no, I'm not performing in front of everybody.
Oh yeah, because I get if you didn't see me when I was standing up there, I was shaking really a lot. So yeah.
They want us to be like the girls in the movies because they're skinny, tall, and blonde. And because I'm not like the girls in the movies, I'm nothing but wrong. Boys these days aren't what they used to be. They're fuck boys and they think they deserve everything. Growing up, I dreamed of dinner dates, soulmates, and love at first sight. Not guys sending snaps when they can't sleep at night. I never thought it'd be the way it is. My 5-year-old sister doesn't deserve it to live in a world like this. 12-year-old girls search for love in guys twice their age. It's ridiculous. This chapter is BS. When can we turn to the next page? I'm sorry.
The reaction from the students was pretty overwhelming.
Yeah.
So you inspired them, you spoke to them.
I guess so. Everybody said that it was really good, so I was like, well, thank you.
Because I have to be honest, I was totally surprised. I thought I'd given you all of the encouragement that I could.
See, I thought about it all day, and everybody was like, oh, you should, and then I was like, maybe, and then I was like, maybe not. And it was just kind of like that, back and forth. But yeah, I don't know. I was really nervous, and I was just, in that moment, I was like, maybe, I guess so, why not?
Yeah.
What can I lose?
You're gonna keep writing.
Yeah, I love writing.
When your world falls apart, you gotta keep it together. It's just a bad day, last forever. When the world wears you down, nothing make it better. Brighter days will come. Don't forget to remember. Gotta hold on, sing it. Hold on, gotta hold on. Don't give up and don't give in.
How do you make the process something that's going to engage everyone, no matter what their learning style is or their personality? It's got to be able to bring everybody together, not just the loudest people. My challenge as a facilitator is to make the creative center so big that it swallows the room.
I thought it was kind of cool that we did where we kind of did our own lyrics type thing on our own board first. I thought that was kind of neat, and then we just kind of took from everybody's board, which I thought was kind of cool. But
yeah, I really liked seeing a number of them standing up. Some of the guys, like I think Tyler and different people around the rest of the classroom. Yeah, I saw good and different kind of ideas coming up, and people that actually had poetry inside of them, and that they surprised me. So that happened in 3 out of 6 of the groups. I saw like, whoa, you can actually produce that. And then the slam poet that came up, and different rappers that we didn't know about.
No matter where you're at, you're caught up in this process, and you know that your ideas are valued, that you are valued.
It's neat to see the generation of ideas and how I think it's a really challenging art to try to help kids engage in a creative process to begin with, let alone try to do it with a group of 30 kids. And I saw a lot of engagement with my group, which was cool.
I see you walking alone down memory lane. As the tears are falling down like rain. Oh, the thoughts running through your brain. I know you want to, but it's too hard to explain.
I know a lot of artists, they're really only big enough, they're only really creative enough to be the center of attention. They don't have the capacity to shine that light on anybody else, to step aside and allow the creativity of others to come together. That's the challenge. That's probably my favorite part of it.
I've been writing slam poetry before I ever got here.
Oh, no, never.
Really?
Never.
What? Holy moly, hey. Okay, that blows my mind. I thought for sure you would have.
The room was dark, and we were in bed. The Killers were playing quietly on the record player. I thought, hey, maybe it'll be okay. And then it slowly stopped. I felt their cold hand grab mine. The rush of fear ran throughout my body. I whispered, don't do it. Suddenly, I was pulled towards them, and it began. My limp body was forced on top of them as I wept. I tried fighting, but in that moment, you become numb. You just pray for it to stop. Being in that position makes an atheist pray for Jesus. I asked myself the entire time, why are they doing this? I said no, I said no, I said no! I said no. When did that become so hard to understand? It's so simple, it's 2 goddamn letters. I don't care how much you want it. I don't care how long you've waited. Consent is sexy, my friends. Your peers will say, well, did you really say no? It could have been worse. And the dreaded, well, what were you wearing? The good ones will say, do you need help? Are you okay? And what can I do? Don't ask for details, offer help. It doesn't matter when, where, and how. It matters if the person is okay. I just pray that one day you'll never have to ask any more questions.
Okay, so what was the session like for you? Like, were you surprised about anything?
I was really surprised about like how I was able to like write the slam poetry and how I was just able to just let all my emotions out. Because I'd never really done that before.
Wow. Liv, that blows my mind. Think you'll keep doing it?
Oh, definitely. I've been writing.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's awesome. Well,
On a songwriting level, it's really great if these songs can have some immediate connection with the audience. So maybe a call and response. An echo, an oh part, but put your hands up in the air, sway back and forth, or use your cell phones.
Hands up. You can deny the light of
We want to come together. We want music and creativity to bring us together, which is what it has always done historically. To empower somebody creatively, it develops confidence immediately. Lots of people who are throwing out ideas for the song lyrics and want to do rap.
It's time to hold on since all of us are failing. No sick and slip, so it's time for some failing. D, what you think? Tell me what to do. No more dropping the ball, but your lyrics about to prove.
There's the guy with the 212 cabinet. You want to give him opportunity for this guy to shine. a young girl with a beautiful voice that you want to give her an opportunity to shine.
Let's all sing together.
Hands up. Play that piano.
The process is the point, because creativity requires risk-taking, and that process is really the most fascinating part of what this is all about. There's lots of risk-taking that's involved to sing in front of other people. For most people, that's a huge risk.
Try your best. Never know when you change or how you grow. You and I will light our own. No, you're not alone. Forget that you belong when you're with me. All right, I'll sing
It all together. So I wanted to share sort of what you're seeing when you see these little clips of groups performing. They wrote all of these. They together, just in one session, and then got up in front of everybody and shared. That's a valuable experience I wish everybody could have. I wish every organization would invest in at least one day like this, because I think you would be absolutely amazed at the difference it makes on your perspective on yourself and those who are around you.
Here we go. Take my love.